Hello, school family. Happy Sunday. I hope you're having a great weekend. It seems like the weekends just go by like this, and then we're back to our work week. But I hope you're having a good one. You're getting some time with family and some time to relax. So before we jump into our work of the week, I want to talk about a couple logistical things. As I sent out on Friday, and emailed about earlier in the week, conference day for kindergarten is going to be May 3rd. Thank you so much to those of you that signed up right away. I saw a couple come through to my email right before I jumped on here, so that is awesome. Thank you for that. If you haven't signed up yet, have not signed up yet, it's not too late. Just go ahead and jump on the link that's in the email and you can pick your time that you want to meet. If for some reason May 3rd doesn't work for you, please just let me know and we can always meet at a different time. For you to be able to have your conference for your student. I want you to keep in mind as we're preparing for progress reports and I'm working on our students' reports that kindergarten works on a continuum as far as grading is concerned. So whereas in the older grades, they're getting more based on all of the work that they're completing, much of our things that we're looking at, our standards that we're looking at are ability-based, observational-based. So we're going to be using everything that we've worked on this year to make a decision about where our students are. Are they consistently demonstrating and working at complete 100% independence? Very tricky to obtain, but we do have students that are at that point in certain skills in their learning. P is progressing, meaning we're exactly where we need to be. They're able to demonstrate the skill. They might need a little bit of help here and there, but for the most part, they're able to do whatever the work at hand is. And then needs development is that space where students still trying to get the hang of it. They might need a lot of that one-on-one support. And that's something that throughout the rest of the year, because our school year does not end May 3rd, we're going to continue to work on all those things. So I really want you to keep an open mind about progress reports. The biggest thing for me is for us to discuss any concerns or celebrations that you want to have to talk about with your student, because this has been a very tricky school year. And I believe that our students have done an absolutely wonderful job managing virtual learning, managing all the schedule changes. For my friends that have been able to come back in person, going from being home every single day to returning to the building and just doing an incredible job. It is all amazing to me. All of our students deserve a special award, and so do you as well, because it really has been an amazing school year, given the circumstances of everything that's going on in the world right now. So I thank you for that. So I do look forward to that conference day. If you haven't yet, check your email, go ahead and pick up one of the links and it will send it right to me and you'll be ready to go. Okay. Another logistical thing we need to talk about, we talked about it last week as well, is starting May 10th, we are moving to a 4-day model. So my A and B students are now going to convert and be cohort D, and they're going to come to school Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and my parents who elected to stay virtual, which is totally fine, no big deal, they will be all virtual, same schedule. We are not changing anything about the schedule. We've done it way too many times already, and so we're keeping everything the same. The difference will just be is I'll have more friends in front of me and less friends on virtual. So it's all going to still work out the same. It's all still going to be good. Okay, so that's starting May 10th. So we have a couple weeks before that's coming to us. All right, let's jump into our work of the week. I have a feeling you're going to love this big question this week, this essential question. It is, how can you help out at home? Now, this is something I'm sure you probably never have any conflicts with your students wanting to help out at home. They probably clean their room all the time. They do everything you ask them to do. Yeah, right. Even Micah at 16 months old doesn't do everything I ask her to do with cleaning up and things like that. So I love this week because we get to talk so much. It gets a lot of introspection for students to say, am I doing things to be helpful at home? Or maybe I need to step my game up a little bit. Okay, so that's going to be our big question. So we're starting the week out with shared reading. Monday, we're going to do a book called Peter's Chair. And this is a fictional text by Jack Ezra Keats, very famous author. It's a really good one for a lot of different reasons. I love the illustrations, but this little boy, Peter, has a little sister, and there's a situation with this chair that belongs to him, and he doesn't want the little sister to have it. She's a baby. She doesn't know any different. The parents are encouraging him to share, and you will see his story throughout how anticipating getting this new sister brings about a lot of changes, and that he starts to get angry and he's really not happy, and how his emotions change and develop once his little sister is brought home. So this is a really good one. So on Monday, we're going to do asking and answering questions. We're going to pull from some of those strategies that we've been working on to be a good reader, going back and rereading, using our picture clues to help us understand, all of those things to help us be able to answer questions and then ask questions if we have them. Okay, so that's on on Monday. On Tuesday, we're going to do the same text, Peter's chair, and we're going to do the relationship between the illustrations and text. Really love this because it allows our students to not just focus on what they're looking at. They've got to listen to the words and make sure that what the author has written matches what the illustrations are showing. So we will do that on Tuesday. Wednesday is asynchronous, so it's our normal schedule. You'll jump on at 9 a.m. for class meeting, and then I will have my one-on-one sessions. And then on Thursday, we're going to do a book. It's the interactive read aloud cards called The Cleanup, and this is going to be all about sequencing. So we're going to talk about the different things that you have to do with this text about cleaning up, and the strategy is going to be sequencing. So what happens in the beginning, what happens in the middle, what happens at the end, and then getting our students to understand that if that wasn't in the right order, the story would not make sense. Okay, and then we're going to share a text called Helping Out at Home, and this one is main topic, what the text is all about, and key details, those teeny tiny parts. And I really love this nonfiction text because it's going to examine the different ways in real life students can help out at home. So we're going to do a little self-check during that time and say, are you doing this? Are you at least being responsible for your stuff? What do you do to help out at home? And I think it's a good time for students to reflect that they are being a good member of their family and helping out, or maybe there's some skills and things we need to work on. Okay, so that's for shared reading. For phonics this week, we are moving on to another long vowel. It's going to be long U. And our students are doing a great job with understanding that vowels are special because they have two sounds. So we've done A, we've done I, we've done O. Now we are doing long U. This one always presents a little bit of a challenge because we always tell our friends that the vowel can say its name. It says you, but sometimes in words, you says oo. So we're going to talk about that too. Instead of trying to force them to leak out sounds where they're saying, let's say the word was tube, t-ube. We don't say tube, we say t-oob, tube. So having them understand that sometimes when I'm reading, the vowel might not always say you. It might have that ooh sound that comes with it. So this is going to take a little bit of extra work. We're going to work on it all week. We'll start with it at the beginning. Not a whole lot of words have long U at the beginning, and then we will move it to the middle, and that's what we'll continue to work on the rest of the week, okay? Our sight word book this week is called The Cute Little Mule. Parents that have in-person friends, you might notice a colored copy of the book came home today. We did find access to the open court books that we had from last school year, so we were able to send home the colored copies. Please, please, please encourage your students to read and practice those. And for my virtual friends, you have the book, the colored copy of the book in the open court book that came home to at the beginning of the school year. Our sight words this week are going to be do and little, which we always learn so quickly because my friends love the sign for that one. All right, so that's for phonics. For math this week, I'm really excited about this unit. We are moving into weight, and you may have heard our friends when we're doing calendar telling the different measurement terminology. So we've done, and they could probably say this with me right now, length, weight, capacity, temperature, length, weight, capacity, temperature. And we've been talking about the pattern of using those different types of measurements. I've been amazed at friends understanding what capacity means. We haven't taught this with this new program. It's awesome that we're getting to delve into this, but this was not a thing before in our old curriculum. So having them share about the capacity of something or the weight of something is just really cool. So I'm just astounded every time we do Number Corner, and they are on the ball with sharing what they know about these measuring facts. Okay, so we're going to start on Monday with lesson called Comparing Weights. So we're going to be using some of those balance scales, figuring out different ways that you can measure, is this thing larger or bigger? Is this thing smaller? And talking about the different terminology that comes along with weighing. On Tuesday, we're going to do a game called A Pound of Potatoes, so we'll explore more with that when we get there. On Thursday, we're going to play a game called Spin and Compare Weights. So you may see some similarities between old games that we played with different skills, and then now we're going to use those same kind of games, but we're going to utilize weight as what the subject is going to be. And then on Friday, we're going to do a game called Measuring Handfuls, and this is always a cool one because all of our friends' hands have different sizes. So you never know what your handful looks like. Miss Walker's handful looks like might be different from what a student's handful might look like. Or mommy or daddy's handful is going to look different from what baby brother or baby sister's handful will look like. So we'll do some exploring with that. Okay, and I think that that is everything. My friends have continued to do an amazing job. I have a couple friends that are earning some special shout outs this week because they've just been really busting their tails, working so hard virtually and in person. And it just makes my heart just so happy. I will continue to probably say this every week. I cannot believe we are almost to the end of our school year. I'm having a little bit of a tough time thinking about cutting the cord and letting them go to first grade, but I know that I have to do it. So I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. I will see my cohort A friends in person at 9:10 and the rest of my friends, my B and C cohort friends and families online by 9:25. Have a great rest of your day. Mwah.